So the first thing I like to do in my makeup routine are my eyebrows. I don't know, it's just always been that way for me, so it's just something I like to do. You don't have to do it this way, so if you like to do your foundation and whatnot first, go right ahead. This is the Makeup Revolution brow pomade in the medium brown. Yeah, medium brown. So I'm just gonna quickly show you. I need to get a mirror. I always forget a mirror. Why? Okay, I like to start by brushing up my brows just a tad, and then grab some product. You also, when you use a brow pomade, you need to be careful on leaving this stuff open, because that will dry out really quick and you're really gonna hate yourself for that. I almost left it open a couple of times, so it's not as creamy as it
was before when I first got it, so I kind of have to like dig a bit in there
just to get some product. So I like to trace my brows first on top, and I like the little arch. And I like to, when I get to the bottom, I like to just go on the bottom and just fill it in at the same time. Just start right here, go up to the arch a bit. I need to get some wide lens for my camera. And then I like to drag some out to the front of my brow, and then I like to brush through my brows to blend in the lines a bit. And if I need to, I will go, sorry about that, I will go in it again. So that's how I do my brows. Now I like to go in with my primers. I like to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I love using this primer just because I like to put this where my pores are the biggest, and this also helps blur out my pores. And I also like to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer as well around the other parts of my face, just so the foundation can stick a lot better, and it is a perfect dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip primer. I never used that primer, and I would like to one time. I like to put the Poreless Putty Primer around my nose area and also on my cheeks, just because I do get redness over here as well. And I like for this to sit when I'm doing my eyeshadow, if I have time to do my eyeshadow first, or just put this on before I do my eyebrows, just so it can sit a lot longer. I'm also filming for TikTok, so that's why I'm not doing this side. And then I go in around my face with the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Power Grip Primer, and I like to pat it in my skin and not rub it. But yeah, I really love this primer and the Poreless Primer as well, just because one, they're super affordable. This definitely helps the foundation stick on longer. As you can see, it's a sticky base. My fingers are sticking. Okay, next I go into my concealer. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. I like this concealer just because, you know, it's not cakey and it's medium to full coverage. And I also like to use this to carve out my brows a bit more. And I also like to use this as an eye primer as well. You can use a regular eye primer if you like. And I just use this cut crease brush by Morphe, and I just perfect it just like by carefully blending out the concealer. I also do the top part of my brow, but with the foundation. And if I feel like I went too high with the concealer, which I could tell already, and made my brow too thin, I will definitely go back in with my brow product and just add a little bit more. This is one of my absolute favorite drugstore foundations, just because it really does stay on for a very long time. I mean, it does come off a little bit right here on my nose, but that's normal for foundations for me. just because it can get oily there for me, especially if I'm moving around a lot. I did test this foundation out at my old job when I used to move around a lot. I felt like I did 1,000 steps at that job, but it definitely held on for a very long time. I did not have to touch this foundation up. I also like this just because it feels lightweight on the skin. I love foundations that are medium to full coverage. Those are my absolute favorite kinds, especially when my skin is really bad. Like the ones that you can actually build up to full coverage. I mean, see, look at that. And it blends out really nice. You kind of have to work fast with this foundation just because it does dry a little bit faster than on other foundations that I've tried. But yeah, so you kind of have to work fast with this one, I feel like. So the next product I'm going to go into is the Milani Perfect Long and Wear Concealer. I love this concealer just because it goes on smoothly and it is not cakey, and it just looks really nice underneath my eyes. And I like a shade lighter than my actual color, just because I like that bright under eye effect. I like to put a little on my nose for a highlight. And I just love how easy this concealer blends out. I do have to say that you kind of have to work fast with this concealer because I feel like this concealer dries a little bit faster. It's a very good, super affordable concealer. Add to your collection. It's definitely worth it in my opinion. It definitely does not feel dry on under my eyes. Again, I didn't do my other side just because I'm filming for TikTok as well. So if you'd like to follow me on TikTok, my TikToks, I'll go ahead. My names will be up on the screen. Because this year is about consistency. And then I just like to go back in with my sponge and just blend out any harsh lines. Not harsh lines, but any creases or brush creases. The next product I'm going into is my Juvia's Place Cream Contour. I'm gonna go ahead and just contour my face. I love this cream bronzer just because I love how it feels on the skin, like lightweight. I also like the glowiness that it gives my skin. I just love that, especially during the winter time. My skin gets kind of dry looking, so I like that glowy effect. But I also want to tell you guys, I have to have a perfect base. Your makeup is the right and perfect skincare routine. I'm back, guys. Sorry, my card got full, so I had to delete videos that I didn't need anymore. But as I was saying before I really got interrupted, it is crucial to have a perfect skincare routine that works for you and that is perfect for your skin type. I cannot stress that out enough. I almost forgot the other side of my nose. I like to start up here. But yeah, I cannot stress that out enough. You need a good skincare routine to have the perfect base for your makeup, so your makeup can look nice and not so cakey looking and not so dry looking. You know, you just need to have the perfect skincare routine. It took me a good while to figure out a good skincare for me, so it took a lot of work to figure out what works best for my skin with the skincare. I can share you some of the skincare routines that I've done on here. Done a couple of them, so I'll put them up on the screen just so maybe if you have the same kind of skin type as mine, which is dry to oily to normal, so a combination of everything. I also have a acne pro skin now. Since I've gotten older, I've been getting a lot of acne, which sucks. So maybe if you have the same skin type as mine, hopefully my skincare routine help you guys out. So we're gonna go ahead and set that cream contour with the Juvia's Place bronzer in shade medium. So we're just setting this. I'm trying to work on my nose contour, trying to get better at that. Okay. The next product is the Juvia's Place setting powder. This is definitely one of my favorite setting powders to get and have in my collection. It just smooths out my under eyes and it does not look cakey, and it's lightweight and it's not drying like how some setting powders can be. This one is definitely not drying at all. So I'm just using a powder puff that I got off of Shein, I believe. I'm definitely gonna do a Shein order so I can do a haul for you guys. I'm trying to make a new wardrobe for myself this year because 1, I'm tired of the clothes that I have, and 2, I want new things in my closet. I'm getting into fashion a bit more, so I'm trying to expand out my fashion looks and see what I do and I don't like. So keep a lookout for that. Sorry if I'm looking over here and not at you guys. I'm looking at a mirror. I'm gonna get this underneath. I also like setting this part. I also use the setting powder to help blend out my bronzer a bit. I will definitely have everything that I've used in this video listed down below, just so you guys can easily get to it in case you guys are interested in any of the products that I use in this video, so you guys can go ahead and buy them yourself. I am not sponsored or anything like that. I wish I was, but I'm not. So for my everyday blush, well, I need to do some setting powder, but I'm kind of running out of setting spray. Did I say setting powder? Setting spray. I usually use the Morphe setting spray. Let's see what's left in here. I like to do that, and then I like to go in with a fan. Okay, so for my everyday blush, if I want to add a little bit of color to my cheek, I like to use this Juvia's Place blush duo palette, and it is the volume 5. This is this color. I'm gonna go ahead and take a kabuki brush, I guess you could say, and I'm gonna mix these two lightly. You want to be very careful with their blush just because they're very pigmented and you don't want to go too crazy. But I want to add some rosiness to my cheeks, and I love blush, but I don't want to look like a clown either. So alright, so if you feel like you had added a little bit too much blush, which I think I did, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder and just blend some out, just so it doesn't look too much. There's always ways to fix things, and it should look like this. Alright, highlighter time. I like going in with my Ace Beauty Glow palette, and a lot of times I like using this shade right here. Go very light with this because it's very shimmery, which I like, but not everybody likes that kind of bam in your face kind of highlight, but I do. A little on the nose, and this is what it should look like. I'm gonna put my lashes on and I'll be right back. All done with the look. So I like looks like this nowadays because you can pair it up with a pinkish nude lip. This is in the shade Flaunted by NYX. I love these kind of lipsticks. They stay on all day long pretty much. This is also, you can pair it up with a red. This is in Sizzling by NYX as well. You can even pair it up with a brownish red. This is in the shade Warm Up. Or you can even pair this up with a Barbie pink lip. This is Maybelline Superstay lipstick in Inspire. So what kind of shades that you want to go for, if you want to dress it up with a red or a pink even, or even with a little bit of a brownish red lipstick, then you can. But I'm gonna stick with the theme with the everyday lip color, so I'm going with the shade Flaunted. And this is the finished look. So if you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. Let me know down below in the comments if you would like to see me do more videos on how to do things like, you know, step by step with the eyeshadow, or you know, how to put eyelashes on. Let me know in the comments down below. I will definitely do so. I also leave a heart emoji just so I know, with the stars around it. So I'll show you guys right here, just so I can know that who is really watching my videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you all in my next one. Bye.